Coach Craig here. I may have made a video on this before, but it bears repeating. So one of the things that ends up happening when we acquire some success is we feel like, okay, we've bridged the gap, like we've made it over the river. And so now we're on the other side of the river, enjoying and basking in the the grass, the green grass on that side of the river. And we're just saying, aha, we made it across. And we're sort of stuck there. We're like, okay, now what, right? And what I would invite you to think about is your intent in your life is to see how many bridges you can build. And it's about first making sure you're on the right river. And so if you could imagine like a river that's sort of going upstream, and you have to keep building bridges across the river as it goes up and up and up. Once you build a bridge, take a beat, enjoy it, bask in it, and enjoy the process of building the next bridge. And that's really the cycle. It's like you commit to building a bridge. You say, okay, how am I going to do that? How am I going to get back across to the other side in order to get further up the river? And you're like, okay, what material do I need? How much time is it going to take? And that whole process of architecting what the bridge is going to look like. And then you start building the bridge, right? And then you're across the bridge. And then you take a recovery phase and you're like, okay, wow, that was great. I learned a lot in building that bridge. And then you can take that to the next bridge, right? So every bridge that you build might have different architectural components. It might have different problems, different challenges, completely different mechanisms to get you across. Sometimes it might not even be a bridge. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, maybe it's just stones across the river. But whatever it is, every single time you build a bridge, you learn. And that gives you the capability to build more and more effective bridges. And as you get further up the river, imagine in this scenario, in my tortured metaphor here, as you get higher up, the bridges that you need to build become more and more, they require more and more sophistication, and they require more and more robustness. Maybe the river gets wider, right? And so the bridge that worked for you when you initially started at the bottom isn't going to be a bridge that will work for you when you're 50 bridges up. But each bridge that you build, you learn. And you're like, aha, I can take that to build the next bridge and the next bridge and the next bridge. So this is my call to action for you. If you feel like you're stuck in the systems that you've created, maybe you're having that mindset where you have, where you're thinking, hey, I built the bridge, and now, it's supposed to just, customers are just supposed to walk across it. And like, that's really boring, and I don't like that anymore, right? And so if that's the case, build another bridge. Keep growing, keep learning. And the systems that you've created are beautiful. They're your art. They are your artwork. And sometimes we can feel like we want to burn it all down because the systems that we create seem to feel like they're confining us, like they're preventing us from being able to expand our craft and our art and the things that we build and design and code and whatever else. So my hope for you is that you will embrace the process of continually growing and embrace the cycle, and recognize that you're not always going to feel in like when you're in building mode. Sometimes You have to make sure that the things in your life are aligned for building. And when you're in recovery mode, the same way. Sometimes an environment for building is not the right environment for recovery. Anyway, that's another subject. Coach Craig out.